Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today it is time for yet another, yes, another, you asked for it, you got it. So we have marched into the new year. It is January, just like that, 2022. Yes, it is. A lot of stuff going on, which is always good, bad, and indifferent, which is A-okay, because that's how life's supposed to be, isn't it? Before we get going, if you would, give this video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, all those things. Really would appreciate it. Love seeing the channel grow. That's always good news. So here we go. You asked for it, you got it. Let's jump right in. All right, so the first comment is from, I'll let you say that, Alguire Stegani Hodge. I have no idea. He writes, I'm going to buy me a Spyder RS S or a cheaper Ryker Sport or Rally. What bike would you suggest, Coach? Never driven a bike before. Love speed. I'm going to tell you, I would recommend the Ryker. If you've never ridden before, not having to learn the old clutch thing is definitely going to make it a lot easier. If you're looking at moving into the motorcycle world where you plan on eventually using a clutch or something like that, I'd probably start out with the S. But if you're just going to be riding a three-wheeler and you just want to ride, you can't go wrong with the Ryker. So Jerry Johnson writes, talking about the laughing and crying wow video, this message really hit home. Thanks for the way you gave it. It's just one of those that all you can say is, wow. Thanks, Jerry. Next, Pete K writes in the you asked for it, you got it. Says, Coach Bob, thanks for taking the time to respond to comments. You are the go-to authority on all things Spyder. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it, Pete. 602 North. By the way, if you're not subscribed to 602 North, I'm going to drop a link right up here. Make sure you subscribe to 602 North. He's been a long time subscriber on this channel. Good guy, got the gift of gab. Had the privilege of talking with him on the phone about a week ago, and we spoke for probably an hour and a half. Just great guy. Make sure you support his channel. I have high hopes for that channel. I think it's going to grow really fast because he really does a good job. But he goes, love this one. Side note, going back through your old so you want to be a YouTube star, and now how to make a vlogging helmet. If not for your videos, I would have never posted my first video. Now I'm up to 8 and 9 subscribers. And by the way, it's way up from that. He's around that 50, 60 mark already. So the sky is definitely the limit, brother. Make sure you keep on rolling. Next up, Dan McCrae. I've enjoyed all of your videos, entertaining and informative. Enjoyed them so much that you've inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. It's called Road Dog Videos. So make sure you check out Road Dog Videos. I'll see if I can't drop a link above. If I can't, make sure you check down below. There will definitely be a link down there. Anyway, he says they're not as professional as yours, but I think I'm doing pretty good for a rookie. I would agree. I went over there, I checked them out. You're doing very, very well. You're going to grow. Keep up the good work. Next up, Purple on 3 on the spiders of a feather flocking together video. Isn't it great to make new friends? Can't believe how many wonderful friends we've made since riding and motovlogging. Purple on 3, I could not agree more. You are awesome. By the way, love your channel as well. Big John, love this one. Love this one. Love this one. All right. I'm 75 years old. Yes. He's 75, so I don't want to hear any of you 60-year-olds like me complaining. Been riding for over 60 years. You have motivated me to plan a trip from Stockton, California to Deadwood, South Dakota this summer for a three-wheel rally. Man, that is awesome. Awesome, John. That is exciting. Unlike the old days when I do 600-mile days, I'm limiting myself to 300 to 400-mile days. I don't have the endurance I used to have to keep from overheating me, not the bike. I understand that one too, my brother. Plan to start your rides early, 6 a.m. and end the days at 2. Thanks for the inspiration. Big John, thank you for the inspiration, my brother. That is awesome. You're going to do great. And yeah, the 6 a.m. start time, that is right up my alley, brother. Don M on the You Asked For It, you got it. Coach, you have the tops in the Spyder algorithms. Your videos have more pauses for ads than any others I watch. This one had 8. That's crazy. Hope you're getting a piece of the action. Keep it going. Well, Don, you know, I'm going to tell you that whenever a video has a lot of ads, that means that YouTube, they think it's going to get a lot of views. I will say this, speaking of the ad thing, last month, I made half what I normally make. There's some weird things going on with YouTube. I don't know what. But anyway, it's the way it goes. I ain't complaining, just letting you know. Tony Rowland writes, Bob retired from a lifetime of fire services. Yippee! Can't wait for spring. God bless Captain R. Well, Captain Tony R., brother, let me tell you something. Congratulations on your retirement. It is super exciting. What a great adventure you have ahead of you. I love retirement. It has been a wonderful thing. You're going to love it too. Smyrna Cowboy, my man. Thank you for the shout out, Coach Bob. It's an honor to be pulled from the comments. Just delete and block. Brother, I would never delete and block you. You are one of my inspirations, and I hope you're doing well. I know I've been trying to follow your channel and your situation as closely as I possibly can. You are in our prayers for health and safety and recovery. Brother, please keep us informed. Let us know in the comments how you're doing. Freeway DS writes on the You Ask For It, You Got It. Thank you for the videos. They are informative, helpful. May I ask your opinion? I'm a mature rider and 2 wheels are getting a bit heavy. Understand, looking for getting a Spyder, but my peers are frowning at my decision. Any advice would be appreciated. Thanks a lot. Freeway from Australia. Well, greetings from Florida to the land down under, man. Super excited when I get these type of things from all over the world. It really is cool, by the way, to see these comments from all over the world. Well, Freeway, I'm going to tell you, I think I did answer your comment, but I do want to tell you, you're going to catch flack. You're going to. Your 2-wheel guys are going to call you a weakling, a sissy, a weak stick, whatever you want. They called me a lot worse than that, and that's okay. Ride your ride and enjoy it. I can tell you that if you look close enough at what they're doing, you'll find plenty of ammunition to fire it right back in their direction. And once you draw a little blood in the other direction, the laughter will begin and the fun games are on. So just enjoy the experience. Let them pick back. That's part of the whole thing, man. Kenneth Stout writes, Thanks for the shout out. Neat hearing your name mentioned. Great channel. He just bought a trailer, by the way. The trailer was $3,449. The dealer called about 2 weeks ago. Good and bad news. The trailer was on its way. The bad news, there was a $400 fee added on by BRP. Tisk, tisk, shame, shame, BRP. My trailer came in. I went in on 12/3 to get it. The lights did not work. The dealer had to do some rewiring. Your trailer was the same way, and his trailer was titled a 2021. So there are trailers out there that are titled new now. So we can dispel all the myths that the last ones created were the 19s. There are 21s out there. I'm sure there will be 22s out very soon. And yes, my lights were backwards. When you would hit the brake light, I think the blinkers or the flashers would come on, some weird thing like that. Or the left blinker was the right and the right was the left. But there was something weird going on, and they had to fix that at the shop when I had the wiring harness installed. Pete K on the visit from the California dude with Kansas style. Looks like the old dog, talking about me, learned some new tricks after all. Great video, CB. I do want to thank Andy for visiting me. It was awesome to see him. Triple Treading also wrote, beautiful F3L. I have one, not nearly that number of accessories, especially that windscreen. I'm betting he enjoys every mile regardless of weather. It's great seeing you interact with subscribers in person. I love interacting with subscribers in person anytime you are in the Tallahassee area. If I can at all get away and see you, I would love to. If you are at Bike Week, those sorts of things, make sure you definitely check with me. I would love to do a meet and greet. Always up to meet folks. Andy writes, this is Andy, the guy who is the California kid with Kansas style. He said, it was an awesome trip. Total 8,618 miles. That's awesome. Having lunch with Bob was one of the highlights of the trip. Later that week, had breakfast with John of John and Miriam. Carry on to the point of no return. Thanks again, Bob. Until we meet again, Andy. Andy, it was an honor and a privilege to meet you. 8,618 miles. That is a massive accomplishment. I salute you, brother. That is absolutely awesome. Chuck Kelly writes on the visit from the California dude. A couple of questions about the F3 versus the RT. He has a 19 RT Limited, put 3,500 miles on it since he purchased it. Still comfortable. And he was asking about the handling of it. Now, I did a video on how to steer the Can-Am Spyder. I'll drop a link down below, maybe a card. I'm limited on the number of cards that I can drop in a video, but if I can drop a card here, I will. It will definitely help you with driving, the steering sensitivity. But I do understand your metaphor where it seems like an ornery horse that kind of wants to overreact one way or the other. That's definitely how it feels at first. Tony McLemore. Tom. Next up, Tom McLemore, or McLemore. Anyway, you can let me know down below how you can phonetically spell it out for me. It says, OMG, the things you have to go through. Thank you for your determination. Look forward to every worship on wheels, no matter where you move it to. Best of wishes to you and Coach Vic. There is a link down below to the new channel. It's been kind of a mess with the way the worship on wheels things have been going on. Sabrina Caitlin writes, just subscribe to both channels on my subs. Love you, Coach Bob and Coach Vic also. Sabrina, we love you too. It is awesome. Thank you. Your comments are always insightful and helpful. Next up, Gordon Miller. Gordon writes on Spiders with Feather flocking together. Coach Bob, we're planning a North Florida trip in late February. It would be great if we could meet up with you and Coach Vic. I would really be interested in the area map. We do enjoy your channel and try not to miss any wows. Keep it going. Well, Gordon, make sure you message me. In the channel description, there's an email link. You can email me and I'll get it. I check my emails. Give me about a week heads up, man, because I get a ton of them. I probably get 50 a day. And I'm not talking about the junk mails. I probably get 50 emails a day, so I'm backlogged quite a bit. Ed Curry on the Shut Up and Do Something video. He says, speaking of batteries, you always remind me of the Energizer Bunny. Well, thank you, brother. I'll tell you what, I do have a lot of energy. I drive Coach Vic crazy. She tells me I go to bed too late and get up too early, and when I'm awake, I talk too much. Fellow Beans VR360 Moto Vlog. He commented on the Alpinestars SM1R vented low-cut boot review. Nice review, sir. Waiting for mine to be shipped to me now. Well, Fellow Beans, man, nice comment. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the positivity. Spider Wayne on the Shut Up and Do Something. I mentioned that I used to have a Greg Brady fro. I did have a fro. It's hard to believe. Kind of had that, we'll call it the strawberry blonde. Had the red hues in there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anyway, a Greg Brady afro. Please find an opportune video to post a picture of that. I don't know if I have any pictures of it, but if I can find one, I'll drop it in here somewhere. Probably not. Purple on 3 on the Shut Up and Do Something video. So funny about being a boat builder and then you end up being a swim coach. Talk about how the boats built might have sunk and you need to be a swimmer. Said, you seem so humble, Coach. Hard to believe you were ever cocky. Man, I'm going to tell you, I was a cocky dude. I really was. And then the Greg Brady fro. And, I had the Greg Brady fro. Now, Purple, I bet you did. You talk about the Farrah Fawcett do. I bet you had one, didn't you? I bet you did. And we do all need to be doers and less tellers. It does require a lot more courage to do that. Thank you so much, Purple. Harlan Kolkmeyer writes on the Pillion Perspective. This is a Coach Vic video. Pretty awesome video. I think it's wonderful that you and your wife enjoy riding together. Me and my wife are going to get one in 22 when the new Spyder comes out. Keep making videos. You're really making a difference. Stay safe and God bless. Harlan, thank you for the comment, brother. I pray your Spyder comes in quick and you and your bride can get on the road. Rocky J on the Harley Tri-Glide, or is that Tri-Killer? Thank you for the information, CB3. A friend of ours went off the right shoulder and into the ditch, hard braking with his Tri-Glide. He and his wife were both injured and the Harley was totaled. I will be bringing this to his attention. This video got a lot of comments, some good, some positive. I'm glad to see that there was a lot of people that received it the way it was intended, because it really was not intended to be hateful. It was really just a heads up for folks to check their VIN. James ES44AC-2 writes on the same video, it would not be the first time a company put profits over doing what's right. You got that right, brother. And I think that pretty much is true for all of them, sadly. One of the things that, I've had discussions about people who are very loyal to a brand or loyal to any corporation as far as that's concerned. Understand this. CanAm wants you to be happy, but they're not building it to make you happy. They're building it to put money in their pocket so they can put a turkey in their pot and a roof over their head. Their goal is not to make you happy. The goal is to make money. And if making you happy creates money, then they'll do that. But that is definitely not the driving force. The driving force is the value of that stock. Just let you know, that way if you start getting jaded towards a company, don't do that. Don't get jaded towards CanAm or Harley. But believe me, that's true regardless of the company. You asked for it, you got it. James also comments, Coach Bob, it's all your fault. I bought a Zumo XT. Absolutely, I am glad to see you got one. He said he was having some dead spots in the mountains in North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. It does happen. I will tell you, when we traveled, the Garmin was rock solid. In every environment we were in, I did not see one glitch. I was really worried about the wilderness where we had 0 bar cell coverage. I mean, nothing up there, and the Garmin was rock solid. Crazy 81015 writes on the Cup of Joe, or Cup of Joy, that is, wow video. I'm not a religious person, but God bless you and your family, Coach Bob and Coach Vic. These are the kind of comments that I really like to get. Folks that really don't consider themselves religious and they get something out of these videos. That's what these videos are for. Thank you so much for this comment. These comments mean a lot more to me than you will ever know. Smokehouse Bayou Smoked Meats writes, as a kid, we always held our breath when we went through the tunnel. So, of course, I had to hold my breath while watching your video. And that was when we went through the tunnel in Mobile. And I asked him if he held his breath during the video. And he said he made it, but barely. We'll tell you, Smokehouse Bayou, you got some lungs on you, brother, because I sure couldn't do it. Matthew Taylor writes on the channel Catch Up Aboard the Beast, please do the trip to Tell of the Dragon in the second week of May. School doesn't get out until the first week of May. Wife wants to take her Spyder there, and I want to ride my road glide. Going from Jacksonville, she got her Spyder last year after watching you. Well, Matthew, that time frame may work out very well. I'll be getting back with you on that. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel. I get so many comments, it's hard for me to kind of keep all of them organized. But do please check in, and as we get ready to do that trip, I'll give you a heads up. Ed Curry writes on the channel Catch Up Aboard the Beast, now that you created a WOW channel and are transferring the videos there, it is a good thing to rewatch, like, and comment on them again to let YouTube know that that your channel's there, and it will raise the profile. That is true. Make sure if you're into the Worship on Wheels, go to CB3's Worship on Wheels channel. The link is down below. Subscribe to it. Make sure that you just let all the videos play through, move that thing up in the algorithm. It will make the channel more visible, and it will help it grow. I thank you for your support on that. It's a worthy endeavor. Rockin' Robbie Boy, man, I'm going to tell you, I love that screen name. On the I will never buy a CanAm Spyder, but I did. It's mine and Coach Vic's backstory. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's a sweet video. He goes, thanks for making this wonderful video. Our situations are very similar. My wife was born with a disability that restricts her mobility and has survived cancer 3 times. Long story short, she's doing well, and we just bought a C-Class RV. After lots of research, we're very interested in the Spyder. After watching your video, I'm getting more excited about it. We just have to figure out the best way to transport the mobility scooter or her wheelchair while keeping our towed weight to a minimum. Cheers, Robert from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Robert, man, thank you for the comment. It means more to me than you know. I think I dropped a link to Headish World. Make sure you check them out. They have a Spyder and a very nice rig. They might be able to give you some information. They're way more in tune with that than I am. Thank you so much for that comment. God bless you and your wife, brother. I know how it is. I know how hard it is. I know how great it is, too. So awesome. Sabrina Caitlin writes on the channel Catch Up. Sabrina says, have done the back of the claw and the claw of the dragon, the rattler, the diamondback, and the devil's whip on my Spyders. Got to be careful, as the cagers are not too careful to maintain lane control. You know, I'm going to tell you, Sabrina, I agree that I'm going to have to be very careful. I really worry about that. You watch so many videos where folks come over that center line and you might find an unwanted friend, right? All right, this was on a video by Steve Smith. Very intuitive comment here. Noticed a lot of videos that have dash panel flickering. Is that a problem with the panel or just the video camera? It's just the video camera. It does that. It does weird things to lights. Super Hot Nova writes on mine and Coach Vic's Loco and Coco video. Happy anniversary. We were married October 11th. We are newlyweds of only 52 years. Yeah, man. Super Hot Nova. You are a Super Hot Nova. If you've been married 52 years, I salute you. That is awesome. Thank you for the comment. Next one. Another one. Troy Lee makes pretty gear. Talking about the helmet. But it's Chinese crap. Shoei, AGV, and Arai are the only things that go on this head. Let me show you something real quick. So this is the helmet that Charlie Foxtrot's talking about. It is a pretty helmet. Is it a Shoei or an AGV? I'd say it's his quality is the lower end KGVs. Certainly the K3, the K1, it's definitely as quality as those. However, this is not a road helmet. Never designed to be a road helmet. This is a motocross supermoto helmet. Now, is it super high quality? I'd say it's as good as anything else I've seen out there in the price range. These are mid $400 helmets. I think they're very competitively priced for what they are, and I got a good deal on these. I talked to a guy out in San Diego who's been wearing a helmet exactly like this for years. He's been down several times, loves the helmets, replaced them with other helmets that are exactly this. He keeps going back to it. My son, actually, we'll just say that he found the ground head first, and he did. The helmet was pretty marked up. Definitely doesn't look as good as mine anymore, that's for sure. But the helmet did its job. He did not have a neck ache the next morning. I was concerned. We were both concerned about the neck thing more than anything. So I'd say the MIPS and everything in the helmet worked properly. The biggest issue he had was he jammed his elbows pretty bad. But we're going to be doing a video on that here real soon, talking about falling and how to fall. Something very important to know how to do. And by the way, everything's fine. He was okay. But anyway, so the Troy Lee stuff, do I recommend it for on-road? But I don't even think they make on-road. So it's apples and oranges. That's all. And I will say that if you buy an Arai adventure helmet, you're going to get a lot more helmet, but you're going to pay a lot more, but you're definitely getting a lot more. Thank you for the comment there, Charlie Foxtrot. I appreciate it. And I agree because, as you know, you can look around this room, AGV, Shoei, 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 and Shoei. So obviously, I'm a Shoei fanboy. Manual Piney writes, so 10 reasons not to buy one. Huh. But he's have one no make too much sense for me. Well, Manual, it was a tongue-in-cheek title. So anyway, I think you know that. It doesn't make sense to me either, quite honestly, but it works. Steve Smith writes, sorry, Coach Bob 3, I think you missed the boat on this review. You talk like you're talking to a bunch of other CanAm riders, which leaves non-CanAm riders who want to know more in the dark. I'm going to have to give you flags down all over the place, off sides, and a $10,000 fine, but no thumbs down. All right. Hey, Steve, by the way, thank you for this comment. These are helpful comments because, you know, we have this lingo, this vernacular, this language that we talk among Spyder riders, and we forget that the F3 and the F3 Limited and the RT and the RT Limited and the Sea to Sky and the Riker Rally and the 600 and the ACE and all this, we forget. We do. And I need to do a better job. So I promise you, Steve, in the next month, I'm going to create a video where we break down the Spyder lineup. And we really break it down and we talk about the parts and the things that each one offer. So thank you for this comment. Very, very helpful. Grandpa Joe writes on the Troy Lee helmet. Hello, Coach Bob. 2012 Spyder RT Limited. What accessory do you use to mount your cell phone? And your recommendation would be appreciated. I use the Spyder cuff on my handlebar, and I use the Lamonster approved phone holder. I'll drop a link down below. I believe there is one in the description already, but I'll drop a link down below, and I will maybe drop some pictures up in here real quick, just to let you know what it looks like. But Grandpa Joe, hope this helps. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Lamonster. Love his stuff. Steve Smith writes, CB3, you are a better advertiser for BRP Spyder products than BRP is. You are right. I am a better advertiser for them. I really wish their public relations group would get a little more on fire. Certainly for the geezer types like us, for the Spyder. 602 North. My wallet tends to do that as well. My wife said, I need a new wallet. Good times, Coach. This was on my MotoGP shop visit in San Diego. Said I dropped my credit card, and before I knew it, I had a bag full of stuff. It just started buying things. Kurt Simmons writes, Ichituckney, Brazil, beautiful riding country. That is on the Coach Vic Travel Life video. Kurt's a good friend of mine. Awesome comment, brother. There was a lot of jokes in that video, and if you're from this part of the country, you'll get the Ichituckney thing. Also, Kurt writes this on the same video. Coach Vic, we love you, Coach Vic. Man, Kurt, you are too much, man. You are my brother. I love you. Great guitar player too, by the way, if you didn't, for all of you people out there that don't know the legendary Kurt Simmons. Kurt Simmons and I go back 30 plus years. He is an awesome guy. I love you, Kurt Simmons. So Song James writes, LMAO, thanks for sharing this video, and I love Coach Vic. She is my shero. She's her shero. That is awesome. You know, I've never heard that. Coach Bob, you're my hero too. The love and dedication between you two are my goals. Song, thank you so much for that sweet comment. By the way, Coach Vic, I think, framed that. She loves that shero. George Hayden writes on the Coach Vic Travel Life, man, you two are great. Coach Vic, great job. And I love the way you keep on keeping on. A lot of people would be, oh, woe is me, but not you. Great lady you have there, Coach Bob. Merry Christmas to y'all. Man, George, thank you. I do have a great lady. She is something special. Thomas Klosterman writes on the Coach Vic Travel Day, Coach Vic, you are not an old woman. And she's not an old woman. I'm an old man, but I robbed the cradle. You are a wonderful young woman. Yes, she is. My wife that I lost in July of 2020 had MS, and I've walked in Bob's shoes. I understand. We are human and have faults. God bless you both. Merry Christmas. You look great, Coach Vic. We never give up. No, we don't, Thomas. We don't give up, brother. We fight the good fight, and we keep pushing on. Man, thank you for the comment, and we are sorry for your loss, my friend. Triple Treading writes on the Coach Vic Travel Day, the way a long road trip goes is sure a sign of the strength of a relationship. It is, or the sign of a weak one. Some folks end up arguing or get annoyed with each other. This video shows a road trip is like when your relationship is rock solid. Thank you for sharing and for a glimpse into your lives. Well, you are very welcome, Triple Treading. We laugh a lot. I drive Coach Vic crazy. David M. writes, hello, Vicky. I think Bob just makes it hard on you. He likes to poke at you and just an aggravation love. You are right. I do love to aggravate her because I do that to my wife sometimes too. Good for you, Dave. Just remember, you are an inspiration to a lot of people, and we thank you for sharing your day with us and the challenges that you go through. Man, let me tell you, the woman, she is a bull in a china shop. She does not stop. Nothing can slow her down. Dottie Young writes, oh, I love this one too. This is great, Dottie. Thank you, Dottie, by the way. I just love Coach Vic. Oh, by the way, she looks as a blonde better. I love you guys. We love you too, Dottie. And I'm going to tell you, when Coach Vic got home with her hair, you guys saw the lightened version. It was darker before. She was very upset. She was like, I look 20 years older. She was, oh my gosh. I'll put it this way. You'd have thought that she was not paralyzed because she was climbing the walls. Purple on 3 writes, oh, the blue cloud. How long does it take to put that hand controls on each morning? Minus the cussing, of course. I would say that if I have 3 minutes in the hand controls, I got at least a third of that time in the cussing department. But they go on every morning. They go on pretty quick. I'm saying less than 5 minutes. Purple on 3 writes, it's always the hubby's fault, isn't it? It is always my fault. It sounded like a pile of meds in that bottle. She sounded like a Latin band, didn't it, when she was shaking that bottle in that video? And she told me I've been watching too much of Viper 6 and his bad driver episodes. I actually do. Purple on 3 also writes this, Coach Bob, are you not aware that it's all about the angles? Where have you been? Coach Vic, when I'm running a camera, whether it's on super view or wide view, she's like, don't point at this angle, it makes me look fat. Don't point at that angle, it makes me look old. Don't point it this way, it makes my eyes look funny. It is all about the angles. Marcus from NZ, which is New Zealand, by the way. Guys, that was the best video. And Vic, we dream of roads that fabulous down here in New Zealand. Well, I'm going to tell you, Marcus, those were some beautiful roads. I really do enjoy West Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico. All of that out there is just beautiful. Ed Curry writes, on the ready, set, go. Hope I can run today. I say that every day. Every day I get up, I hope I can run just one more. Rockin' Robbie writes, just read in my CanAm brochure that my warranty will void if I pull any trailer built but CanAm. Same goes with the hitch. So, yeah, not too cool, is it? I understand we were in the same boat, and that was one of the reasons we went in the direction we did. Ohio Valley Amp Rider, just awesome. Y'all cracked me up. This is the fun I needed today. Well, Ohio Valley Amp Rider, thank you for commenting, brother. I really appreciate it. Bill Arwood writes, you're living the dream. We are living the dream, buddy. Krakens Garage and Adventures. Great gifts any son would love to open. Merry Christmas to you and your family. By the way, this is a channel I recently subscribed to, Krakens Garage and Adventures. I'm going to leave a card up here and a link down below if I can. Krakens Garage and Adventures. The guy does a phenomenal job. His editing is great. His content is spot on. He's smart. He's sharp. He really knows what's going on. You definitely need to watch this guy's channel. If you like motorcycles, this is a dude you need to check out. He's going to grow. He's going to be big, I think. I really hope so. I like his content a lot. Love his attitude. Love his whole demeanor. Just very cool. DFW Spider Moose. Thank goodness when you pulled them shorts off, your other shorts didn't come off. Yeah, I tried on some shorts over my shorts. Could have been R rating. And the boots will suffice on low sides and perhaps high sides, but definitely on a moto course. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. So Natus Salur writes this. I don't understand why you keep looking at yourself in the video and there's no change to the views. Watching the road and hearing the audio seems to be enough and is engaging. So let me tell you why I do that. When I'm looking at the camera and I'm talking, you have the audio in my helmet. Well, if I'm talking and I go, last week we went for a ride, blah, 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 and all of a sudden I lose my train of thought or I have to clear my throat, that sort of thing, then what happens is that video would have this pause and this odd thing in it. So what you do is you cut to another view. That way it doesn't have a big jump. And without those jumps in the video, it makes it less fragmented. So that's why you have the multiple angle views. Not only is it more appealing, it changes your perspective. It keeps viewers engaged, keeps the mind engaged. It also cleans the video up quite a bit. But there is an actual editing purpose to it, though. Thank you for the comment. Very, very intuitive comment. I like that. You're watching. I appreciate that. Paul Doodley writes, great video, but the music, please put it to rest. Yeah, you know, they can't all be winners, Paul. Sometimes I pick the perfect song. Other times I look at the video a month later and go, what was I thinking? But it was funny that you said that because I actually had 2 comments on how people like the music. You just never know. Anyway, thanks for the comment, brother. And keep watching. Keep watching. Christopher Molkowicz writes, Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year to you and your family. This was on the Merry Christmas video. There was probably 100 comments on saying Merry Christmas. Thank you so much and Happy New Year to you as well. Daryl writes, on the top 10 reasons you should never buy a Spyder. I'm going to read this exactly as it's written. Did you buy the CanAm for you early to get criticized and ideals or like anything else? But you got to believe in what you did for the enjoyment of a cami. If you don't want it, I'll take it. Ciao. Great comment. Anyway, Daryl, I'm sure it was a voice to text thing. Anyway, I do that all the time. John Alvis writes on the motorcycles here, my dream bike as a teenager was the 1979 RD 400DS, was stationed in Fort Benning, Georgia, saw one and bought it. Ended up selling it after he moved back to Cali. Anyway, talks about how life happens in a traveling job and back surgeries. He took the MSF course here recently, bought a 04 Harley-Davidson lowrider, and sold it and bought a 2015 Road Glide CVO. Darn nice bike, man. Really nice. Waiting to recover from a fourth surgery and get back to riding. January 15th is the big day. Well, John, let me tell you, I hope your recovery's going well, and I can't wait to see pictures of that motorcycle. You need to email me some. Gene Quees writes, "Hey, Coach, since 1964, conservatively, 15 years old, approximately 50 bikes, 50 motorcycles. Let me tell you, if you've owned 50 motorcycles, you are the man. I salute you big time. I got a long way to go. I got some buying to do. In fact, I showed Coach Vic this comment just so she would understand I need to buy more motorcycles." Michael Rain writes, "Hey, Coach, while all my friends started with the Trail 70, I went for the 1969 SL90. Super cool bike. The 400 YZ was a beast. He raced the 125 YZ for 6 years. Our sponsor begged me to put my number 98 on the 400. He was talking about how the 400 is a beast. 12 bikes total and on a 21 Spyder now. Thanks for sharing the old memories and the bikes of the past." Let me tell you, if you were racing the 125s, you are way more rider than I will ever be. Michael, thank you for the comment. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. Anything you have to add to any of my 2 or 3-wheel content, man, always chime in. I appreciate it. All right, so Gregory Hall writes, "I still own my first bike. It was a brand new 1976 CB750. His second bike was a 74 Kawasaki Z900, and he still owns that one. Third bike was a new 1993 Kawasaki ZX1100 Ninja that he last rode in 2020. This past summer, he bought his fourth bike, a 21 Spyder F3 Limited, and he's really enjoying riding. Thanks for sharing the memories." Man, let me tell you, I wish I would have kept a few of those old bikes. I really, really do. Kudos to you, buddy. That was good planning. Purple on 3 writes, "A couch, a flying carpet. I love it. That's how I describe the CanAm Spyder." So Lisa Phillips writes that she added $2,000 worth of accessories to her Spyder and another $2,000 for labor. Every panel, of course, has to be taken off. When you do LED lights, this is very labor intensive. The front fender should include sequential lights to replace the reflector, and the electrical is already there. It just needs to be run. And you're right, I agree. That's been one of my complaints on the BRP Spyders is inadequate lighting. I truly believe it is inadequate. The running board lights are also, and the turn signals make a huge impact on being seen by other drivers. Says that she lives in South Florida. Area is known for inattentive drivers. So yeah, absolutely. She says that she has bought the video of her dreams, and thank you for the video content. Thank you, and I do agree with you 100% on that lighting. Sergeant Ed writes on the mental health video, says that he's starting the year by riding the Spyder to work this morning. 71 degrees at 5:30 a.m. Now that's what I'm talking. Good riding weather. Love it. This Maura Boy 298 and Tararoa, you know how I am with the whole thing. Very hard for me to pronounce anything like that. Says, "Happy New Year, Coach Bob, all the way from New Zealand to you and your beautiful wife and family. 2022 bring you blessings of good health and wealth and love." And although I can't pronounce your name, I want to tell you, very cool. Thank you so much. And if you would phonetically write your name out down below, I would really appreciate it. It does interest me how to pronounce some of these words, certainly on the global scale, because I'm from a little town in Georgia, and if your name's not Bob, I have a hard time pronouncing it. Thank you for the comment, brother. I appreciate it. Bill Williams writes, by the way, Bill's one of my favorite subscribers in the whole wide world on the mental health video. Staying tuned for your review. Gotta be very interesting. Talking about mine and Coach Vic's year-end review, which should be coming up here real soon. You guys know how to get it done. Love your comment on social media. So freaking depressing and toxic. It is. Be careful on the social media, y'all. It ain't real. It's fantasy land. Krakens Garage and Adventures writes, A very profound and accurate video. Well done, Eric. Well, Eric from Krakens Garage, thank you. I mentioned earlier, make sure you subscribe to Krakens Garage. It is an awesome channel. Link is down below. Jim Parr writes, my younger sister, when she was still around, used to say, no is a complete sentence. You know, I agree with your sister, Jim, big time. Jerome Hebert, the scenery is beautiful. The motorcycle talk is great. But coach, you should be a motivational speaker, i.e. you have such a great outlook on life. Fantastic advice for everyone. Well, Jerome, it's funny, you know, I am told by my better half, Coach Vic, that I should be a motivational speaker. In fact, she tells me that every day when I'm out by the pool, I am one. Thank you for the comment and the encouragement. Sabrina Caitlin writes, on the mental health video, as a professional counselor intern and a Spyder rider, I can confirm the link between riding and mental health. Amen to that. Wind therapy is real. It is very real. For me, it's my time to commune with my spiritual side. It's time that I get my mind off of the mundane and concentrate on the road. I'm thinking about how I can use wind therapy and treatment. Well, Sabrina, I know that if there's anyone who can certainly work that into a treatment plan, it will be you. Thank you for that very thoughtful comment. Rodney Barkus writes, another cool video, Bob. Cycle Cruiser is a channel that I've watched in the past. Unlike you, after a while, I just couldn't take the clickbait anymore. You know, Cycle Cruiser does that. He has the picture, the little made-up pictures and stuff. But you're right about social media and the mainstream news. People should stop watching and do something else that they can start thinking for themselves. I went for a New Year's Day ride. 81 degrees, nice. And like every ride, very satisfying. Take care. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you so much for those words of encouragement and wisdom. We do have to quit eating the poison, y'all. This was a channel. I think the name of the channel was actually Channel. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of blocked out. You'll see it up there. Anyway, it says, I see eye to eye with you, Coach. I, too, am a retired government collecting my monthly OPM. That's Office of Personnel Management for you guys not in the world of a retired federal guy. My RT is my escape. I've gotten too old for my Gixxer 1000 and Busa. I fully enjoy, so I parted ways with them and now ride my RT for self-therapy. William P. writes, on my California dreaming trip, I love the way you guys pray before the trip. We do the same whenever we start our tour, either road trip or air trip. Subscribe. Thank you, William P., for subscribing to the channel. Ray, my man from Ocala, Florida. My dog's whining in the background. Let me punch him. He's having a dream. He whistles and sleeps. He kind of does these weird things. He's chasing a rabbit in his sleep. Do you hear him? Listen. Let me wake him up. Wake up, buddy. It's okay. You okay? Here you go. That's a good boy. All right, now he's back to normal sleep. Here we go. But Ray writes, thanks for the lift. Surrounded by too much crap. Amen, Ray. Take a break and go for a ride. Good advice. Need to do more riding. We get into a rut and we ride the same streets. Need to branch out and see new areas. As you suggested, love your adventures with Coach Vic and hope to meet you again in 22. God bless Ray and Linda. Ray, always great to hear from you, brother, and you hit the nail on the head. I'm always looking for new places to ride. I love finding new ground. Alpinestars SMX 1R Vented Low Cut Boot Review from, I'll let you pronounce that later. This is great, good sense of humor. If you haven't watched some of my old reviews, I really had a lot of fun making those old videos. Francis O'Neill writes, I can only speak for me, but for a new senior rider in my late 70s, the Spyder has been a blessing. With many family and life issues taking their toll, the ride really purges my stress and totally rejuvenates my energy and outlook. Best to you, Bob and Coach Vic, in the new year. Thank you so much for Francis for that comment. I couldn't have put that better. I love the way you put it, that it purges your stress and rejuvenates you. Awesome. Prometheus Ask Not on the CanAm Spyder Rally. Howdy, Coach Bob. Glad to see the little woman is A-OK. That's where Coach Vic made the cameo because she had been out of the videos for a while. Have a good time at the rally. Peace, love, and friends. I love the Spyder. DJ Project writes this. Funny, Bob. here I am cooking some bacon and eggs and toast thinking, thanks for taking me for a ride, Bob, because I talk about come for a ride with me. And then you say it. Here in Chicagoland, unless I want to freeze and get my new F3S all dirty with no warm place to wash it, I'm riding with you. Well, DJ Project, you are welcome to ride with me anytime and all the time. Now, on an old video for the 2020 CanAm F3 Limited walk-around, Stevenson Hudson writes, Coach Bob, thanks so much for teaching me so much. Just love you and your wife. Bless you both. Stevenson Hudson, thank you, my friend, for that comment. We do appreciate it. Freddie Ferdinand writes this on the CanAm Freedom Trailer video. Has anyone thought of a space storage idea for the Freedom Trailer? There's a video that I've seen, and I'm going to find a link to it. I'll share it down below in the comment section where a guy created a rack for it with a piece of Harbor Freight equipment. Anyway, if I can't find it, I will certainly post it somewhere in this comment here very, very soon. But I will be looking for it. And last but not least, the groaner. The groaner comment of the day. Here we go. Yep, old Samantha Barton. Bet you didn't see that coming. Come on, Samantha. Put a smile on that face. All right. Well, there you have it. You asked for it. You got it. It was a long one because you guys last month in the comment section, over 1,500 comments that you made. You are tearing it up, lighting it up. Continue to light it up because I love making these videos. If we have to start making it 2 episodes because the things get too long, I will more than gladly do it. But until then, go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now, I'll see you on the road real soon.